Thomas and Friends, making tracks to great destinations.
Dear Christopher, here is your friend Thomas the Tank Engine. He wanted to come out of his station yard and see the world. These stories tell you how he did it. I hope you will like them because you helped me to make them. Your loving Daddy.
The island also has lots and lots of railway lines. Who's that puffing down the track? It's Thomas! Hello, Thomas! Hello, everybody! Welcome to the island of Sodor.
Today on the island of Sodor, we'll see what happens when Thomas meets a frosty friend. And Thomas will show us one of the island's very special places. But first, Gullane has an important job at the wharf. All the engines on Sodor like to visit different places. They all have their own favorite place. Can you guess which of these places is Toby's favorite to visit? Toby is an engine who loves animals. Here's the airport. Are there animals here? Nope. Toby likes the airport, but it's not his favorite place. Here's the quarry. Are there any animals here? No. Toby likes the quarry, but that's not his favorite place either. Here's Farmer McColl's farm. Are there any animals here? Yes. The farm is full of animals. Even cockerels. Toby likes the farm best of all. It's his favorite place on the whole of Sodor.
Everybody needs to have their favorite place, somewhere that they like to be. It could be in the countryside or in the town. It could be somewhere by the sea. Everybody likes to have a little space, somewhere they can be alone. Everybody needs to have their favorite place, and there's no place quite like home. Emily at Blacklock, Thomas by the sea, James at the washdown. That's where they like to be. Everybody likes to have a little space, somewhere they can be alone. Everybody needs to have their favorite place, and there's no place quite like home. Henry in the forest, near the wishing tree. Toby with the animals, that's where they like to be. Everybody likes to have a little space, somewhere they can be alone. Everybody needs to have their favorite place, and there's no place quite like home. Edward in the yard, Percy at the fair, Golden down at netball. You're sure to find them there. Everybody likes to have a little space, somewhere they can be alone. Everybody needs to have their favorite place, and there's no place quite like home.
The island of Sodor is a wonderful place. Thomas enjoys puffing all over the island. There are lots of special places to visit. Where's this? That's right. It's the high hills of Sodor. The high hills of Sodor are home to the narrow gauge engines. Rusty, Peter, Sam, and Duncan, Skarloey, Rheneas, Sir Handel, Mighty Mac, and Fearless Freddy. They're all very good friends, and they're all really useful. It takes a lot of puff to chuff up and down, and sometimes the engines run out of puff. One day, a dinosaur skeleton had been discovered in the hills. The narrow gauge controller had given Rheneas the job of taking it to the transfer yards. Rheneas wanted to take the dinosaur all by himself. Rheneas puffed slowly up the steep hill. But the dinosaur was too heavy. His puff was going, and his pistons could hardly pump. Rheneas puffed slower and slower. Then, very sadly, he rolled back down the hill. Rheneas wished his friend Skarloey was there to help him. And then he heard Skarloey's whistle. Rheneas was very happy. He knew that together they would have enough puff to climb any hill. Another day, it was Skarloey who had to huff and chuff up a hill. Skarloey is a brave little engine. He likes to show off and play games. But this time, he broke the winch on the incline. The incline was a very steep hill. Now, no trucks could go up or down. Skarloey felt bad. The villages high in the hills needed coal. He knew there was only one thing to do. He'd have to collect and deliver the coal himself. Skarloey chuffed round bend after bend after bend. The villagers were very pleased to see him. Now they had coal to make their homes snug and warm. But for one engine, the high hills were too much. And that engine was Sir Handel. Sir Handel could no longer climb the hills, but he didn't want to tell anyone. The narrow gauge controller gave Sir Handel a special, but he had to go up a hill. Sir Handel started to huff and puff. Then his pistons popped, his traction rods rattled, and his boiler bubbled and bounced. Sir Handel couldn't go on. So he had to tell the narrow gauge controller all about his problem. The narrow gauge controller had Sir Handel mended in no time. Now Sir Handel chuffs cheerfully up and down the hills once again. So that's why the high hills are very special for Sir Handel. There are so many special places on the island of Sodor. Next time, Thomas will show us somewhere else. Emily's favorite place on the whole of Sodor is Bluffs Cove. Hello, Emily. There are lots of things that make this Emily's favorite place. She likes being outside in the sun. She likes to see the seagulls in their nests on the cliffs. And she likes to see the fishing boats with their pretty colored sails. Are all of those things at Bluffs Cove today? What about the sun? There it is, up in the sky. Now what about seagulls in their nests? There they are, on the cliffs. There's another thing that Emily likes about Bluffs Cove. Fishing boats. There they are, bobbing in the water. The sun, seagulls in their nests, and fishing boats with colorful sails. These are the things that make Bluffs Cove Emily's favorite place.